I was the most senior ranking and the most experienced sniper there on the day. There's two other snipers there with me on the same position. We're about 59, 60 metres away from the side windows of the Lindt Café. Because we're elevated, we could see in at a different angle than those on the streetscape. And what I saw on the day was Tory Johnson was murdered. I was starting to have flashbacks and reliving the event of Tory Johnson being murdered and turned into nightmares.
Take me back to your first experience of thinking something wasn't completely perfect.
For me, the symptoms started to show themselves more clearly quite late. I started reliving just over and over, like flashbacks and reliving the event of Tory Johnson being murdered, and I just thought, okay, well, I should be okay to handle this or deal with this because I'm a mentally strong person. And I thought I was to some degree, but I mean, everyone has got their thresholds. That's one thing. Another thing I've come to realise, it doesn't matter who you're talking about. Everyone has their breaking point. But yeah, I suppose a few months after Lindt, I was starting to have flashbacks and reliving the event over and over, and then it turned into nightmares, and I would often go into the garage out there because it's pretty dark and just shut the door and just lie in the garage on the garage floor with just in silence and darkness. It was embarrassing for me, and felt humiliation.
Yeah.
When you see people you know, you think, oh, how did this happen to me? Or some people think you're faking it, or I don't know, but everything that I learned and that I was good at has been taken away from me from this PTSD, you know.
There's the perception that, you guys are so big, so strong, nothing can break you.
I thought I was to some degree, but I mean, everyone has got their thresholds. That's one thing. Another thing I've come to realise, it doesn't matter who you're talking about. Everyone has their breaking point. I started elevated heart rate, trouble breathing. I broke down in the operations room at one stage and was crying in front of two guys. They rushed and closed the door so no one else knew about it. Thinking, what the hell's happening to me, I would withdraw from society and community, not even go to family gatherings because it was all too noisy, there was too much action. Very hypersensitive to loud noises. I'm much better now than I was. Hypersensitive to crowds and driving in heavy traffic would set me off, have panic attacks. Someone would drop something in the background at a restaurant, I'd snarl and tell them to shut the fuck up, just from being calm. It's a bit like filling up a linen closet. You put in towels and towels and towels and towels and sheets and towels and towels and sheets until the linen closet is so full that you're barely getting that door shut. And then you go to put one more towel in and the linen closet door bursts open and everything tumbles out. And that's the best sort of example I can give you in terms of what happened for me.
What help have you received?
The professional help I've sought was through a psychiatrist. And then I started down the path of doing some yoga. So it was meditation and physical, sensory-based sort of anatomy stuff where you're doing stretches and meditations in classes. And then I've started doing cold water therapy, so ice baths and stuff like that. I just don't take any day for granted. I try and appreciate every day, do something good every day. If you do come across someone that's suffering depression or mental health illness, then just treat them as you always treated them, It's just been a series of things that have occurred over years for me. I know a young guy had his mother hit by a car in front of him. It was one incident, and he's suffering PTSD without a doubt. So that's just one event for him. It can be one, it can be a series of things. It's much easier when you call on others for help and you've got a bit of a team around you that you can bounce things off, a GP and a psychiatrist and a psychologist maybe. That's what I think people need.
Do you have is there a goal now?
I'm young enough to start a career in something else. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. I'm thinking in the realms of wellness, whether it's doing a Bachelor of Science in Chinese medicine or learning acupuncture, I don't know yet. But it'll be something that's nice for me mentally and nice for other people, hopefully.
I can't thank you enough for your time, your courage, your story's phenomenal. I think you're going to help so many people. It's been an honour to meet you.
No, it's my pleasure, and I hope that something I've said can resonate with someone out there and go towards helping someone, because that's in the end why I'm here. So thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.